the Ditto doesn't really make you the better
Not so much.
Sonic player. I don't know why people think this. There are 41 matchups in this game.
Yeah.
It's just one of the matchups.
I mean, it proves something about neutral game and punish game, but I mean, like, you know, it's a very specific matchup that
Exactly.
probably not going to experience in tournament that often, especially with it being a Sonic Ditto.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, Zeno, he may have been drunk when he first made this money match, and he definitely didn't remember ganking this call out the next morning.
That's fantastic.
But he still felt the need to follow through with this money match.
So, and you like playstyle differences between Zeno and like Aion? Is there anything to look for?
Zeno, he's very dash games heavy. Like, he will just wait for his opening. He will play punish. While Aion, he'll jump in like a lot. Like he likes to be aggro.
Yeah.
And he loves doing his crazy Sonic tech that most people know as Rascal, but for some, Seth just refuses to acknowledge it as that and just calls it the A1.
Yeah, I've noticed with like a small difference between their playstyles is that Zeno usually likes to play farther away and let the opponents whiff and then punish them because Sonic has such a fast run speed.
Yeah.
And Seth likes to play way, way closer. And he'll mix up his like side B and down B pressure like incredibly close to his opponent.
Yeah.
It makes it way harder to react.
Alright, so this is a best of 5 or first of 5.
That's a lot of
Okay.
games.
That is a lot of games.
But yeah, here goes Sonic neutral. Went so fast.
So we're going to see a lot of spinning death ball.
Yeah. When I first started playing against Sonics, or they started becoming more popular in Socal, I was incredibly confused all of the time.
Yeah, like it's so difficult to tell like what move is which with Sonic.
It's like sometimes the ball hits multiple, and sometimes it just hits real hard.
And sometimes you can jump cancel,
Sometimes
or
you can
sometimes
jump
just hit a lot of end lines. Like it's so difficult to tell the difference.
Yeah,
but
it's a little nuts.
the more you play against Sonic, you realize the little different cues that each of the attacks are.
And also you realize that he doesn't have disjoints. You can just kind of hit him a lot.
Oh yeah, pretty much. And like probably one of the biggest differences is that when Sonic is doing the jump cancelable one, you can usually see his outline. Like you can see his face, you can see his shoes.
I think that was a clean stock by Aion. I wonder why Zeno's not using his purple skin. I also think it's pretty funny that for both of them having their PR skins, both of them chose to have purple Sonics.
Right. Zeno mainly doesn't choose it because on most setups it's bugged.
Oh, that sucks.
Like it crashes the game.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
pick a skin.
Huh.
There is a fixed version, but not many people have updated it to that version, or just don't have the skin on their setup at all.
Yeah.
Which I think that the Balcony doesn't have Zeno skin on this week.
Oh dang! Is that it?
I didn't think it's still.
Oh,
this
that was probably unnecessary, but
it's still it.
Yeah, dang, that was good edge guard.
But Zena's still down full
yeah,
stock.
Aion is up by a lot right now. That's kind of crazy.
But this is the best of 9.
Yeah.
They have plenty of time to adapt, even if
That's so
Zeno
many games.
it is a lot
Man.
of games. And they gotta go into singles right after this.
Yeah,
This is exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, at least they'll be warmed up, sort of.
Actually, I don't know if Seth entered singles. Did you check the bracket, see if Aion is in bracket?
Yeah.
Because I know he was talking about,
nominate?
he just wanted to do the money match and then just go back to Stardew Valley.
Oh, jeez, that was scary. That spacing right next to that spring was kind of terrifying.
Yeah, Aion didn't enter. So this is basically more punishing for
Corey.
Zeno right now.
Hey, Corey, you want to commentate? Cool.
Oh, let's go, Mosh. Alright, so right now, Aion has just been a lot. One, he's been better at his punishes than Zeno has been at the moment. And 2, Aeon's edge guarding has been really good so far, game 1.
So this is the money match. I just showed up.
First to 5.
All right, first to 5. They decided on that. I thought it was best of 5 before, but I guess first to 5 is better.
Especially for when you're playing for $100.
Yeah, I mean, then the more consistent player is more likely to win. So you know. Yeah, so Aion won game 1 convincingly. It looks like it was like what, a 3 stock?
Oh, they're still doing 2 bans. I'm pretty sure there should be no bans in a first to.
Or you could just do a modified Dave Super rule.
That,
where,
that
like,
too,
things you can only. It only counts like the last 2 you played on, or the last 1. They'll find out.
I wouldn't be surprised if we play the rest of this on FD.
Yeah. So
both these players love FD.
A little bit of history. Aion has a positive record on Zenokids. They've played a lot in the past in brackets, and Aion has usually won. Although last week, it might have even be less than a week ago they played in bracket, and Zenokids was able to win. But that wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't the money match. So it only matters here.
Preview of what we were going to see today.
So the thing about Aion is he's like, I feel like he's pretty good just like always. He doesn't have a good or bad clutch factor. He's just really consistently good. Zenokids is like pretty decent, and then you get him to his last stock, and then he becomes amazing. He's one of those players. Zenokids has one of the best last stocks in Socal that I've ever fought. Consistently too, his last stocks are usually pretty insane.
Like, imagine if you just played that way the whole game. That would be like pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's not always possible to do that kind of
yeah,
thing.
because it's so exhausting just to play at that level for so long.
Not only that, but like in my case, when I'm doing better in my last stocks, it's because the whole game I've like accumulated, like hard to speak about, like information about the opponent. Like I've gotten used to throughout the entire course of the game what options I've done that have worked and what options I've done that have not worked and what options I haven't tried. I've memorized like sort of what their inclinations are for teching and DIing my throws and whatnot. So then in the last stock, you have the most going for you in terms of your understanding of your opponent and their movement and whatnot. So that's why it's possible to do those kind of things on the last stock, but you can't really force it to happen on the first stock unless maybe you've played this person like 100 times. You know, now you've just become so familiar with them that there's no real surprises left. Right now, Aion's up 3 stocks to 1. They're at same percent.
It's 2 stocks. So that's 2.
Oh, 3 stocks to 2. Yeah.
Even.
Yeah.
Slight percent disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't know how much that matters. You know, usually you have to consider crouch canceling, but Sonic is really quite good at just not caring about your crouch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
this feels like side
spin,
B.
dash, jump, cancel, grab. That beats out crouch cancel.
Yeah, he's not really concerned if you're crouch canceling him or not. It's a really interesting thing to have to play around. Like you have to just manage center stage because, all right, so with side B, if it hits you, you're not going to crouch cancel it. You're not going to be able to shield in the middle of it and get out. You're going to like get knocked way further than where you were before. And if you're anywhere but center stage, it's very likely that you're going to end up off stage. So fighting a Sonic is very important to like minimize the damage that side B actually does to you in a match. Like paying close attention to your positioning. Pretty much the only way you can beat a Sonic or whatever with like Fox or Falco. And I've done the Falco Sonic matchup a bunch, and it's just all about I can't get near the ledge, otherwise side B will carry me off. Alright.
It's like any space.
Yeah. It's especially potent against these guys because you can't just crouch cancel Shine.
Yeah.
If you with side B, you're going to go for a ride. You're going to hope that it's like far enough. Alright, Aion is still up.
Aion has had the lead throughout this entire set so far, which Zeno has kept it much closer in this game than game number 1.
This is at least even because here we have Aion in his last stock. This is Zenokid's last stock. Despite the percent deficit, this is Zenokid's last stock we're talking about. You can still do it. But it looks like Aion just has all the momentum. Zeno's kind of looking really confused. Like I'm seeing a lot of move choices from him that I don't really understand. Wow, that was a really risky edge guard. Although probably not as much as I would have expected just because it's Sonic and his recovery is very good. Coupled with the fact that Sonic's not a great edge guarder, he's probably going to make it back, but
yeah,
still, that was an opportunity.
Like, one, like the best at, well, I wouldn't say not the best edge guarder. Like, against himself, I don't think he can edge guard himself really well. Maybe because, like, Sonic's recovery is so good. Like, what are you supposed to do against, like, Sonic recovering high?
Yeah. I suppose you could throw it a down air, right? And the up B flies into it, hits it. But that's not going to kill him. Yeah. It's not going to send him too far. You're going to help him recover. But at least they'll get a little damage taken.
Yeah. Like, Sonic has a really good edge guard, just not against himself.
Yeah. So, it's the balcony. Aion is up 2-0 right now. But one thing it's like 90 degrees, humid as Florida.
It's so hot. But one thing I want to point out that, like, I've been noticing from Aion is, like, he's been overextending on his tech quite a bit. Like, he would hit him. He would hit Zeno with a nair. Zeno would go into tech chase and tech in place. Zeno would miss the tech, and then Zeno would get up right when Aion would commit, and Aion would whip like every time, and it gives Zeno a chance to make his counterattack. While Zeno hasn't done his best job of making that counterattack work, there are those windows of opportunities for Zenokids to get in on Aion.
It's a little characteristic of Aion, you know, because he's such an aggressive Sonic. Talking about the stylistic differences between these two players with this one character, Aion's pretty aggressive.
Yes.
Pretty flashy, too. Zenokids doesn't do a whole lot of flash. At least not like he's attempting to do it intentionally. He'll, of course, get really good combos.
Like,
There's been many on Reddit that have been really impressive.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know one thing Aion loves to do is get his reverse back gears into fair kills off the side.
Oh, yeah. But in contrast to Aion's playstyle, Zenokids is really usually quite patient until the last stop, at which point he sort of flips the switch and becomes hyper-aggressive. Really a lot of dash dancing. It's pretty much Zenokids' main trait in his Sonic plays is dash dancing and spacing.
But Zenokids got his first lead of the set so far. Well, it's just been getting down to just a 30% lead. It's still a lead regardless.
Yeah. So at least he's got that going for him. It's the first of 5, so he's still got a lot of matches to go. You just got to have the mental energy in the first of 5.
Ooh.
Yeah. Aion messes up his recovery, ends up dying for it. I feel like he could have lived, but maybe.
But,
what do I know?
wow, that was really good by Aion. Just to take that stock from Zeno really quickly, and Zeno messing up his meteor cancel, just causing him to die right there.
Yeah.
Just like that, Aion just got the lead right back.
Wow.
Aion just loves basically doing the Squirtle thing, where you hop onto the other side of your opponent while they're teching, and then he side moves back to the other way,
Yeah, that's
carrying him.
basically how Nino plays Squirtle. Yeah, isn't that technique called a rascal? I'm not sure.
It's wrestling, but Aion calls it the A1.
Oh, sure. All right. 100%. Wow, no, that forward smash is too short.
So honestly, it could either be side B or down B. I forget which one is jump cancelable. I just know one of them.
You see that?
I saw like a glimpse of it.
Aion recovered with side B, and then ended up reverse hitting Zenokids, and he went Squidward DI and died.
Oh my goodness.
From like a side B.
From a side B.
Yeah, just because his DI was so negative.
Just so horrendous.
Just really dove for that bottom right flash throw. Aion is up still, but it's so close. Last game ended, what, with them both at kill percent?
Yeah, both like 100+%.
Yeah, I fully expect that to happen in this game.
And here we go. We're in the last fight situation.
Yeah, pretty much the same as it went last time. Wow. Zenokids really cut that close. I don't know if that was just intentionally trying to sweet spot. It seems really risky on a map.
On Green Hill.
Yeah.
With like a pretty low blast zone.
Yeah, or if he just was late to it. I guess it's better late than never with meteor cancels, right?
Yeah.
Or too early for that matter.
Too early will just kill you.
Yeah. That's the thing about meteors versus spikes.
Oh,
Aion's up
almost a JV2. Just didn't focus on that last stock.
Yeah, so meteors can be, you can cancel your knockback, which is something spikes don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
So to compensate for them, meteors generally will kill you at like 0.
Yeah.
If you don't get your meteor cancel, you just die. That's the price you pay for having a move that can get canceled
Like
knockback.
meters
Spikes,
are stronger, but they can get countered easier.
It's a
Spikes.
bigger risk, bigger reward. Spikes, on the other hand, they don't really kill at 0 unless your Lucario's side B. Most of them start to kill around like 50. Is when you can start to expect to not come back from a spike. Zenokids is given a good think to his next counter pick. I'm not really sure. I mean, in the Ditto, stages don't really matter as much because
It's just preference.
yeah,
and
just
play
whichever
style.
one's your favorite stage. So if you're looking to gather data maybe on Zenokids or Aion, see what stages they ban and what they pick here. Generally, those are just their favorite stages.
So Zeno first chose FD, then he went to Green Hill. Those are pretty similar because they're both stages that lack a consistent platform.
Yeah,
While
I mean,
Green Hill just has that tiny little platform that swings back and forth.
yeah, I don't see Sonic getting a whole lot from platforms, especially versus himself.
So we're probably going to stay on stages like PS2, FD, Smashville, Green Hill. We're probably just going to stick to those 4 stages. I doubt we're going to see Dreamland Delfino.
All right. This is 3-0. Zenokids himself initiated this money match, and he was so confident about it.
He was also drunk when he made it.
Yeah, he insisted he would feel the same in the morning, and apparently he has. It's been a while now, and he hasn't taken it down. You know?
Well, he didn't even remember making the call out the next morning. He just realized, oh, did I really do this? But sure, let's do it. that kind of thing.
Now he's down 3-0, which you can work with that. There's still 2 more wins he has to get through, you know. But like if Aion wins the next one, that's
the
so
hard
much
climb.
momentum.
That's
you know?
the hard climb to do.
Because you can't lose 1. Just 5 in a row. That's so much to ask of a player. No matter how much stamina they have, you know, things get a little harder the longer they go. Aion has the lead once again. This is gonna, and at this point, you know, I think anyone's mindset would start to crumble a little, or at least change. You know,
Yeah.
being down 3-0, and now you've lost your first stock. You don't have the lead. You've never had the lead.
Yeah, you pretty much never had the lead this set. Only just game 3, you barely had the lead, and then a quick stock from Aion just after an SD just completely shifted the momentum into Aion's favor.
I mean, all these, except for game 1, have been like last stock. They've been really close. And sometimes that's the most exhausting kind of match, is when it's last stock and you know you could have won, but you were like maybe 1 mistake away.
Yeah, like, because you feel like, okay, I can get this one, and then you lose, and that happens, like, again.
You put so much work in, and then you lose, and you're like, God, I have to do that all over again. You go and try again, and it doesn't, it's same thing happens.
Jeez,
you know?
Aion just being really brutal right now, not giving any leeway to Zeno right now, taking a full stock lead right now.
Yeah, I don't know, Zeno's play is looking kind of weird. If you just watch from his perspective right now, he's lost his
no!
yeah.
Oh, this is so brutal.
He's doing a lot of like really odd attacks where Aion's not even close to him, and he'll just throw it out in anticipation like that. He's trying to hit where Aion will be instead of where Aion is, and sometimes that'll work, but clearly not here. It's just ending up in whiffed attacks. Sonic is too fast. You can punish those kind of things pretty easily.
Oh, that was an interesting spring option right there, which it turned out not that well for Aion, but Aion managed to trade with Zeno to gain backstage position right there.
Yeah, this is not looking close.
Oh, jeez. Like, this is so demoralizing, too, because games 2 and 3 were so close.
Yeah, and at PM and the PM just earlier in the week, Zenokids had won like 3-1.
1-3-1.
And I thought looking at the bracket that day when I woke up that I was like, oh, I guess they did the money match and Zenokids won. That was sort of surprising, and then found out that it didn't actually matter. But then I was still thinking like, okay, well, Zeno won their most recent set by that much. Then it's looking good for him in this. Maybe Zeno came in too confident.
Maybe. Aion just gave him that false hope by giving up that set at PM and the PM at San Diego.
Yeah, confidence is a really interesting mechanic in Smash, because if you're confident and you're right, then you destroy them. If you're confident and you're wrong, you get destroyed.
Pretty
it
much.
multiplies whatever happens by 2, you know.
But I can't imagine what Zeno's thinking right now. Like, after 2 exhausting games 2 and 3, you get 3 stocked. Game number 4, and you're just like, where do I go from here?
Yeah.
It seems like Aion's figured you out.
Yeah,
in this long set.
my first instinct is do something crazy.
Yeah.
Go to like the craziest stage you can. Go to the weirdest one that you maybe hate. You know, maybe you're too comfortable on these stages. Maybe if you go somewhere you hate, you'll have to play a little more careful. Maybe it'll help. Instead, we're going to Green Hill. This is the stage. They've played on this like, this is their 2nd time or 3rd even.
This was the almost JV 2. Aion was left with 4% on his last stock.
I thought they had also played here, and this was where it was really close.
No, real close was FD. That was the last stock. So game 1 was PS2, was a 3 stock from Aion. Game 2 was FD. Game 3 was here. Game 4 was FD. This is game 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you can do it. It's home turf. Just probably.
They're both home turf.
Yeah. I mean, but like Zenokids is the regular Sonic. I don't know where this purple Sonic comes from.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
All right. Zenokids has the lead.
I know Xenos is Cold Steel, but this is just a random design, I think.
What does this tag Karma? What does that mean? Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
The Sonic player from Georgia, Carla, I think.
Oh.
Because I know Karma was asking about the Sonic. How do you play the Sonic, you know? and Zeno saying, Aion and I are about to play a big Sonic Ditto money match, so watch that set to see how it plays out. And you probably repping that tag for her.
Yeah, I really want Karma. No, not Karma. I was looking at the tag over the character. I'm really hoping that Zenokids brings it back. And at least makes this a lot closer of a set. Because those are really the best sets.
Yeah, we don't want to see 5-0s. Oh my god.
We're going to forget this set if it's a 5-0. Because sooner or later, there's going to have to be like a rematch, you know?
Yeah.
5-0s don't go down any other way.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I heard some cheers from SD.
Sometimes you just never have on the gang sort of like chilling nothing.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
That was a massacre right there.
Yeah.
And which this one doesn't have the same effect as this isn't as bad of a degree.
This is just disappointing.
Yeah, it definitely is disappointing though. Because Zeno shows so much hope, so much potential, but then
it really should be closer than this. This is uncharacteristic.
Like, they both have similar results, and Zeno arguably he's had better national results than Aion has recently.
Aion doesn't go to a lot in that.
Is that like Aion went to Big Balc and he went to LTC. He got 25th at LTC, and then I think he got 25th at Big Balc as well. In which Zeno, he got top 8 at Final Boss, and then he placed higher.
They didn't
Zeno.
both go to Final Boss.
I know. I was thinking Zeno technically has better national results, but they did both go to the Big Balc, in which Zeno outplaced Aion there.
I mean, on the other hand, Aion has always had better like regional results. Aion's been on the PR since like the beginning.
Yeah,
he's always been a PR player. Zenokids got on the PR like the second to most recent one at last place. Oh, Zeno took a game. That was a little bit of an odd way to do it. No, but you gotta take that
those. We definitely
take it to the bank.
Those.
But yeah, Aion's always had better regional results. Zenokids travels a lot more and tends to do better at nationals. It's up to you which you value more. I've never found that one is more valuable than the other. I never liked, you know, when goes are like, yeah, but they wanted the big tournament that had more entrants, therefore the win mattered more, you know?
Yeah.
Chances are in both cases, they're trying as hard as they can to win, you know?
It's also a little more difficult for Zeno to get those local results because he lives all the way in San Diego. There isn't a lot of there like isn't any PR player out in San Diego.
I mean, there are XPRs.
XPRs.
Like inactive ones.
Yeah, but he doesn't get a lot of competition out there. But all the competition is here in OC with the balcony and previously Legacy.
Yeah.
But so far, Zeno is looking like he's starting to get composure.
He's
taking
already got a lead. Nice.
Ooh, that was a really good stall from Aion, just waiting for Zeno to commit to something, and now he's taking this all the way to the bank. That one hold charge to bait Zeno into that dare got him a stock right there. That was very nice from Aion right there.
Yeah, I always felt like Aion's punish game was a little bit better than Zeno's, just overall throughout time. Aion's punish game is pretty relentless, except for maybe Zenokids' last stock.
And I think that just has to mainly do with playstyle. Aion is going to be super aggro, and the moment he gets his opening, he's gonna take that until he's got a stock.
Alright. So right now, Aion's got a pretty considerable percent lead. Sonic's not the kind of character that really gets any other character, let alone another Sonic. So really, you just have to get them. You have to win neutral, but just get them to a high percent, and you just beat them fair and square.
Did you say Sonic doesn't get it?
Yeah, he doesn't really gimp people very well. No, he can gimp.
He gimps people very well.
He can gimp fast fallers, but even still, it's not hard to avoid like spring.
I disagree. I think Sonic has like one of the better gimps in the.
I don't know if he's got one of the best. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, he can gimp fast fallers. Like I guarantee that.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that when I said it, but yeah, he can gimp fast fallers quite well. No one else.
I don't know. I think you can get like semi-fast balls well also.
I don't know. It depends on where you draw the line for that categorization. But like, Sonic's not got the best edge guarding off stage or on, and he doesn't have the best kill setups. And at least in the Ditto, I can't imagine a Sonic gimping a Sonic anything else.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like
I don't think Sonic can
failed
get
meteor.
himself very well.
Yeah. It just requires some major flaw from the other player.
Also,
Like,
I got a phone call.
go for it. Ooh. But yeah, this is a lot like, for example, when I play the D2D versus Sonic matchup, it never feels quite as bad as everyone says, because I know that Sonic cannot kill me unless he just gets me to like 200% lands or like a raw kill me. He doesn't have the kill setups, and he doesn't have the gimps to destroy me. So, you know, despite me having a disadvantaged neutral in a really mild punish game as D2D, I at least know that I get to live a long time, and Sonic doesn't. In this kind of matchup, I can imagine it being really hard to make leads happen, I mean, reverse. To get a comeback on someone seems really challenging in this kind of game. I only see the only option I see for gimping another Sonic is getting a meteor and relying on them to mess up and fail that. But, I don't know, you can't count on your opponents messing up. That'll never work out. Might work out at the lower levels, but once you get better at the game, it's just not going to work anymore. Anyway, Aion is looking like he's about to take this 5-1. Zenokids is at 93%. Aion still has 2 very firm stocks. This is Zeno's chance.
And Zeno gets it.
And he
gets
gets
the
it.
stock. He's still in this.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. It's going to be really tough to get this kill without taking like the 3 or so hits it's going to take for his stock to end.
There it
That's
is,
it.
the Nair.
All
Looking
right.
like Meta Nair right there.
Aion took it 5-1.
And the bro hug.
The bro hug between Sonics.
I just realized that.
We're gonna see a-
time.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't blame him. It's really hot here. We're gonna see a rematch of that. I hope in the
Alright.
future. That'll
I
be
gotta
exciting.
go play my set.
I probably have a set that I should be playing.
All right, Peace Dream is
Alright.
a decent set. Honestly, a little disappointed by Zeno, but I know Zeno. He's gonna come back stronger from this. He's gonna have a fire heat in his heart, saying, "I'm not gonna take that. I
Oh, yeah.
want to come back stronger."
No one's gonna take that.
All right, peace.
All right.
Alright, that's chill. I guess everyone should just leave. Oh, well, you're excited. Alright, how you feeling? How you
I was a
feel?
little nervous because he bodied me at San Diego. I will be interviewing myself today.
That's fine.
All right, Seth. How did you feel today? Well, you know, a little nervous, but I have put some fear in him. He is a really great player, but, you know, I think it's just that he wasn't on her home turf. Now, if this was at San Diego, do you think it would have went the same way? Possibly no.